Alright guys, Doozer Shop here again. Hope you enjoyed that last video, me taking the New Holland tractor back in the woods. Found them pulleys down in the backwoods there. I was excited to bring that to you because I had seen those pulleys there, like I said, going on about 10 years, and I've kicked them around my feet. I've never bent down and actually picked them up and looked at them. I knew they were there. I thought I'd make a cool video. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel. But anyway, I'm out here in the shop again. Felt compelled to make another video. Let me show you what I'm working on today. It was that cabinet. You've probably seen this green cabinet hanging on the wall in a couple of my videos now, and it's got grinding wheels I had in it and a few other things. But I did something more handy for storage in my shop, so let me take a handheld and kind of give you an overview of what I did. Let me kind of say, okay, you know this is my workbench, and I got oil cans, I got grease, whole bunch of stuff. And let me go over here. Actually, this is very important. Yeah, I get my my glasses because I can't see even the video screen. Alright, perfect. Also, things that varnish, like whey oil type stuff, Houdini oil, and Croyle carburetor, brake cleaner, what's that stuff? Liquid wrench, blaster, WD-40. I got stuff, you know, all over the shop. Grease, some oil cans of this oil can. I mean, oil can, like I said, I got stuff everywhere. So what I figured I would do is before I put in, I put this cabinet in a while ago, and let me back up a little. It had perforated pegboard in the back, and I had the hooks, the hanger hooks, and you guys know, right? The hanger hooks, which I took out, and actually, man, they're just what these were is so this is a hinge, right? And these actually went in that cabinet, and these were additional pegboard pullouts. Okay, so I don't need this stuff in there. But anyways, so I had taken them out, and because those folded in and then the doors closed. But kind of, there you go. So now what I did, man, I got a big bandsaw right where I'm trying to step. Alright, I know the shop is tight, and this is zoomed all the way back, so now I got the shelving in it. Okay, so I added that shelf and that shelf. Those are 1-inch pine, are 11 1/4 wide is how wide the shelves are, and I think they're like 3 foot. I think I cut them 35 3/4 by 11 1/4. But anyways, so got these in here, and what I did, you might be able to see, I got the this is a 1-inch angle iron, and I got the angle iron in the corner there, and I got nuts and bolts. You can see nuts and bolts in there, and yeah, 2 5/16 bolts, 5/16 bolt there and 5/16 bolt there, and there. Like I said, I got them secured in there, and you know, you can't see, but so these are easy. And then the one that wasn't too bad, but the one way in the back, I had to man, I had to use these. Sorry for jumping around with the camera. Alright, so these are like Extendo, Grabo, needle nose pliers, and these save the day, folks. These pliers here, I think the brand is Crescent. Yeah, Crescent markets these like Crescent wrench. And you know, being a mechanical engineer, I just totally was enamored by the linkage mechanism and the long reach. I got a pair like this. It doesn't have the compound double folding gizmo there. It's just a regular pair of large, long needle nose. And I keep those in the toolbox of my car. I think that's where they are. Always keep a toolbox in your car. If you know, never leave you stranded. Okay, so that's cool. So here's these are regular, you know, channel locks. You guys have seen these. These are not that old. These are probably 15 years old. Maybe they're 20 years old. I don't know. So channel lock. My dad bought a pair of channel locks at a garage sale. I think he paid $3 for them. Mint condition, but they're super old. They actually have the channel locks logo, and the handle lower, it has the Champion Dearment logo. So apparently channel locks and Champion Dearment were the same company. I don't have them here. I wish I did to show you guys. But I have a Champion Dearment hammer. Hold on. I try to keep it steady. And I don't know if Champion Dearment was a farrier's supply type stuff. No. Yeah. So this is a Champion Dearment ball peen hammer. This is actually the original handle. And notice, hold on. Champion Dearment. So that's cool. How slender that neck is. I love it because it is a slender neck handle, and you get a good feel. So you might be asking, hey Doozer, why is that a different color? Well, that neck was starting to get just a smidge splintered on the front edge. Alright, just was starting to get a little splintered. So I wiped it down. Oops, rang the bell. I wiped it down really well with lacquer thinner, and then I coated it with super glue. I know it was an experiment, but so far so good. It looks a little doofy. Probably got a little too heavy a coat of super glue. I know the crowd of guys that make the pens, ballpoint pens, fountain pens. I don't know. Guys that do the pens use super glue. It was an experiment. Doesn't matter. And these are just kind of my. Oh, I got some junky hammers in here.
I don't know why this isn't here. This is just, I got this from my buddy Jim. I thought I needed it, but it turns out I need this for identification. What this is, I believe it's a Brown & Sharp number 7 outside taper, and I believe it's a Brown & Sharp number 5 on the inside. And in the taper of my internal grinding head that's going to be used on the Brown & Sharp 13, I believe is a Brown & Sharp number 6 taper. I thought it was a 5. So my buddy Jim gave me this to try and identify what I had, and it's in between. So I think it's a Brown & Sharp number 5. Sorry, a 6, because this is a 7 to 5. But at least I have that to identify Brown & Sharp tapers. I'd love to have a 6. They're not that common. I'm going to grind one myself. So you think that drawer is kind of funny. This is a mishmash of punches. Okay? I've had this drawer started in here since, geez, probably 25 years. I got this toolbox when I was 20 some years old. So I'm always, here's a little 3-jaw chuck. I think that's got some kind of a watchmaker's taper on the inside. But this is just my general miscellaneous punches. And I've semi-sorted more graduated sorting of punches. I've got pin punches here. I got like doubles and triples of the 1/16 and 3/32 size, because you always end up dorking them up because they're so dang small. These are really nice. These are Starrett long pin punches. Starrett make, no, not Starrett. Yeah, Starrett makes some. I think General Hardware makes some. All the General Hardware stuff went to India now, and I have no idea if it's any good. It's probably not. The red ones are the cheap Craftsman. The black oxide are the good Craftsman. I don't know, like this is like a proto that's been cut and beat and just, you know, garage sale finds, but you just can't, you know, bullpen punches and, you know, a little bit of everything. So this was my mechanics go-to box, and now it's just kind of like a mismatch. And I was trying to identify drawers at one time. I put electrical tape on this, and I can't believe it's actually stuck. It's been on there for 20 years. So these are like needle nose pliers and, you know, small handled tweezers and stuff. So these are cool. These are Sargent, and I think they're nickel plated. I got these at a garage sale when I was like 13 years old. And they're parallel grip. And, okay, so let me try, hold on, the zoomy zoom zoom. There you go. Sargent Company, New Haven, Connecticut. So I've been to the Sargent Company factory in New Haven, Connecticut. Sargent makes door locks. Yeah. But I got a tour of the factory because I work for the Swedish company that owns them. So I went there, and they don't make these anymore. Awesome factory. I think it's, I guess you'd say 2 stories. It's a super high bay. They got upstairs mezzanines, offices, and like they got the men's rooms are upstairs. So yeah, Sargent's really cool. Pretty neat. But I'm very happy to have these because they're such a high quality item. And I got these when I was 13 years old because I was into electricity, electronics, TV sets back when I was a kid. And I've had these all these years, and now I end up working for the company that owns Sargent. So that's cool. So New Haven, Connecticut, I'm going to come back to this, I promise. But so I know this is a mishmash. I mentioned this in another video. On my Colchester lathe, this lamp, it's a fluorescent lamp. Luma Pro is Grainger's brand name, but it's a double fluorescent. It's not made by Grainger. It's a Electrix, Electrix, I think. Focus. So 45 Spring Street, New Haven, Connecticut, okay? So I went on to Google Earth 45 Spring Street, and it said Electrix Lamp Manufacturing Company. I think it's Electrix, Electrix. So 45 Spring Street in New Haven. That's that's right down the street from Sargent. It's like 2 blocks away from Sargent in New Haven. So that's kind of cool, you know. I remember being there because I remember Spring Street in my brain when I was driving around. They're on the waterfront. There you go. It's down by the waterfront, and I was talking to an older gentleman there, and they say the Sargent factory was purchased from the Robert Fulton Steam Works, or the Robert Fulton Engine Works. And you know, Robert Fulton was one of the, you know, he worked, I don't know, with James Watt and brought the steam engine to the United States and made the steam engines for the boats, you know. So that's pretty cool that the Sargent factory was once the Robert Fulton Steam Works. And then before Robert Fulton was in there, it was Eli Whitney's company. And Eli Whitney, as you know, everybody knows him from the cotton gin, but of course, he's famous for interchangeable parts. You know, and working with the Springfield Armory there, making interchangeable parts with the guns. Eli Whitney is one of the fathers of interchangeable parts, which is the basis of our modern manufacturing premise of today. So I thought that lamp was kind of cool. 45 Spring Street, which is right down the road from the Sargent factory. So anyhow, let's see. I wanted to talk about, let me back up. This is a mobile frequency drive, a VFD. And see what the deal is. I got it unplugged here. I got another one. No, it is plugged in. I got plugged into the wall, and that's actually plugged into single phase 220, 230 volt, 240 volt, whatever you call it. And like I said, it goes up, and you know, let me turn the light on because you can't see jack nothing. All right. So incoming power from the wall, and then this is your I think this is an L1530 twist lock for 3-phase. The 1520, I don't know. So single phase in, 3-phase out, and you got the cord connector grips there. I got the on-off switch, and I'll show you. Let me turn it on. Yeah. Maybe you guys hear the fan. Oh, gives me air because it was. So it's just there's nothing plugged in, but forward, reverse, and this is your frequency. So you can see I got the plexiglass. I got plexiglass right there. All right, let me back you up. So basically what I got here is I got plexiglass on a cutout. You can't see. I put the sticker here, the basic things that you set. You know what? I don't need this on. I'll just, the fan, just talking over the fan's ridiculous. All right. Would you stop? The capacitors are huge. There you go. Good Lord. Okay. Anyhow, basic VFD program functions there. The trip, what the trips mean. Forward reverse switch here, 24, or this is low voltage. And I got a little potentiometer for the analog input for the speed. So I got a little strain relief mount there. And the wires, everything just goes underneath here, right? It's just... So there's the wiring, potentiometer, just set up as a voltage divider. It can be 5K, it can be 10K. When you wire it as a voltage divider, it doesn't matter. And then your forward and reverse and common. Alright, so this is a double pole wall switch. This is I think it's a 20 amp double pole wall switch, so I'm switching both of the legs of the 220. I got fuses here. Yeah, I know. Pop them back. And this is just a spring-loaded door popper. Just a spring-loaded plunger is all that is to keep tension. But this is a 3-horse rated unit, Hitachi. Hitachis were one of the first to come out. This is the volts hertz model. This is not the flux vector. It doesn't matter. They still have a ton of power, a ton of torque on a motor. So I just thought I'd give you a quick rundown. This, like I said, is my my standalone VFD. Because all right, so that's that one. So let me turn. All right. So you may be familiar with the mighty Clausing 8520. All right, the 8520, I know it's a weird number, but guys in the know, they know that this is an email, and it's kind of desirable from the home shop crowd size. But I've got a Bridgeport head on it. It did not come with the Bridgeport head. Doesn't matter. What I'm here to talk about is this VFD, and it's the same thing. I got it, well, it's unplugged, but I'll just plug it in. All right, this is the Colchester. I've been, okay, just testing. All right, sweet Caroline, All right, so that's plugged in. All right, so this one, I put this together when I was 25 years old. I'm 45 now, that's 20 years ago. 20 years ago I got this thing. And I was reading A Practical Machinist. And so this is my interpretation. Again, power from 220, 230 single phase. Going in and coming out, it's the twist lock. which goes up to the Bridgeport motor for the Bridgeport head. So in and out. This one I did. This is 1/2 inch thick plexiglass. Don't know where I got it, from work or something. A little cabinet push dealio, and then the receiver whatnot. God, I can't even, I don't know. Everything's mounted to a plexiglass base on the bottom. I don't know why I did it that way, but I did. So this is the factory reversing switch. And this is a 3-turn. I've got a whole bunch of these at work. They were using them, and then they switched to a different brand or something. But this is a 3-turn potentiometer. That's kind of cool. But it's mounted. This is an on-off switch. This is a 4-pole toggle switch. And you can see I got the connections there are hot, so I got to be careful with that. And I think I got the fuses. Oh, these are glass type fuses that are. I got 2 of these here. There you go. Turn it back on. Glass fuses. So you can do it any number of ways. And darn it if I can't man. That is a, if you can see it, it's like a resistor. It is a resistor. That's an element out of a blow dryer, out of a hair dryer. It's got mica sheet that the coils are wrapped around. So again, gotta be careful. Same deal. Forward reverse, common. Potentiometer tap, and I think the wires for the resistor and the power go underneath or something. Now this is the Hitachi flux vector. So forward, reverse, forward, reverse. That's slow, folks. That's 1.5 hertz. Man. I mean, I can stop it. Let's do 5 hertz. 4.9. 4.9 hertz. It's on the middle belt, so not quite 1-to-1. Yeah, that's... See, I would tap with a 1032 or a 1024 tap. Alright, let's go to 10 hertz. There's 10. And that's like getting around 1/4 inch tap size. That's, yeah, I'd tap with a number 12, 14, or maybe 1/4 inch tap. If I go up, let's see, 12.5, it's chooching now. Now that's 1/4 inch, man. That, Jesus, I don't know. That might be a 5/16 tap right there. And then let me go to 15. 15. Spin a little bit faster. That'd be like a 3/8 tap. 15. 18. Almost 18. You're talking 7/16 tap there. I mean, it's a great thing. My hands are all dirty now. For tapping, because then you can go reverse. Beautiful. And like I said, if you put it down, there's 8 hertz. It's very consistent with the torque. Now that's good, man. That's like, what you do is you basically, you start your tap in and you start slow until it kind of stalls out, and then you kind of get a feel for what your hertz has got to be, and then you can back it out. But a reversing tapping head, they're more trouble than they're worth. They were talking about tapping heads on Home Shop Machinist, and you know, they have their place. So this works really well. A sidebar, this is a really old Jacobs chuck. You can tell the knurled body is very old. 1902 patent date. I doubt that this thing is 1902. It's probably from the 30s or the 40s. Now the more modern ones on the old Atlas drill press here is the fluted chuck. And by the way, that has the this is the Delta Rockwell lamp. They call these the retirement lamp. These go for about 60, 75 bucks on eBay. Don't know why. If anybody knows why these are called the retirement lamp, let me know. I'm just curious. I don't know why. The original sticker. So yeah, so that's cool. One thing I want to show, I'm going to slam this thing really hard. So let's go. All right, there's double the frequency. 120 hertz, right? Ooh, lock that. 120 hertz. So I'm going to slam it. Full reverse. I'm going to go forward. Forward. I'm going to slam reverse. And forward. Off. Right? Now, if we open up, we feel that's warm. It's not burning my finger, but I bet you it's 120, 130 degrees. So that's what the braking resistor. And Pamela Anderson keeps watch on the VFD and make sure nobody messes with it. So thank you, Pamela, for watching the VFD here. Appreciate that. So anyways, that was kind of my soapbox. Here, I'll get on my soapbox. My deal with mobile VFDs. I have 2 of them, and you know I did the video on the phase converter. And what I do here, I didn't show the bottom. It's an old chair base. This is an old secretary chair, and it's got the 4 legs and the wheels. And I don't like this one as much. This is a 5-wheel chair base, and it's a little bigger. I should shorten it a couple inches, and I don't know, but that seems to work for this one. And I got a cooling fan in the back. That's why I got this draped over the top there, because I got it near the grinder. But yeah, so another thing, all right, my dual bandsaw has a Tico, and I bought a Tico Westinghouse just to try it. You can see on the Mighty Dual 1216, I think, 1612, I forget the model. But I installed it on top of the original electrical box. Let me back up here. And I just got this cord just dangling here. So what you do is you turn on the breaker. It still doesn't come on, but you gotta. So now this energizes the power to the VFD. Maybe you hear the fan. Give you some information there. So the controls. So like I said, this is the main power incoming to the VFD. I got the same 3-turn potentiometer there, and I got the light switch. And I can show you. So this isn't high. The dual bandsaw has a low and high gear range, and it's in high gear right now. So let me dial this dude. These are so cool. These are called, what are these called? Rooster head knobs? I think rooster's beak. Chicken beak knobs. Maybe you guys can leave me a comment. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Chicken head. That's what they're called. So if I turn this on, and let's see. Let me go here. Better. That's as slow as it goes in high mode, and believe me, that's pretty slow. Let me click the switch over to low mode. The gear change. I'm gonna switch gears while it's running. Hope it doesn't grind. All right, we did a running gear change. We floated the gears. Now, folks, check that out. That is a slow running bandsaw. That's cool. All right. So, let me show you something here. All right. Let me get something to point with. All right, guys, so this is the proper way to set up your bandsaw. Let me turn the light back on. All right, so you see how these dual guides have a slot in them, right? See that slot for the screw adjustment? You want to set your blade up so so this here is a 3/4 inch, I think. Maybe it's a 1 inch. I don't remember. I think it's 1 inch. Doesn't matter. But each one of these guides is different. Now, this cast iron back thingy thing, I think it'll take 2 ranges. I think this is good for 3/4 and 1 inch, and then 5/8 and 1/2 inch is another rear cast iron set. And then 3/8 and 1/4 is another, but you got to change out these whole holder assemblies. And then, like I said, these rubbing blocks are I think they're sized to the blade, but I think there's 2 different sizes that can go with the roller assembly. So notice how the teeth are supported. Right behind the teeth. The teeth are the blade is supported right behind the teeth. So you don't want the blade sticking way out. You want the thickness of you got to select the proper thickness rubbing blocks
to go behind the teeth. Just behind. You don't want, you know, the blade sticking way out. And also, you can see how this moves? Just a wee bit of light there. You want the blade just barely touching the bearing. This is the thrust bearing, so when you're pushing the work into the blade, this takes the load. So you want this thing to be either touching or just maybe a couple sheets of paper thickness a gap there. This has got just a wee bit of light showing there. But this is how to set up a bandsaw. I've seen some YouTubers with the bandsaw, a dual bandsaw, and they just weren't having the blade set up right at all. I seen one gentleman, the blade was out in front of these and it was barely in the groove. But I'm just showing you guys, this is the proper way to set this up. You want the guides where it's just barely, where it doesn't hit the teeth. So it's fully supported without getting cut up and rubbing into the teeth. Kind of wanted to show you that. And that's important. I got a whole bunch of these. Like I said, I got about 4 or 5 of these bearing blocks, because like I said, only a couple of the guides themselves fit into the blocks. So that's cool. Just wanted to show you that, kind of steer you in the right direction. So this is my bandsaw with I put 2 lamps on it that give light on both sides of the blade. These are Moffett lamps. I don't know the name on them. There's a sticker somewhere. But trust me, these are Moffett. And they got the heat sink in there. I got the compact fluorescent bulbs in there, or the LEDs or whatever. But even with regular 100-watt bulbs, they dissipate the heat pretty well. But it's always good to have both sides of your blade illuminated. And you can see I've been doing some carpentry, cutting wood here, wood butchering on the bandsaw. And if you look, you can find up there, you can cut a meteorite if you want to. And I used to have this girlfriend in Buffalo, Claire. She did pinstriping. And I'm really thankful to her for pinstriping my bandsaw. Safety glasses. She did a little bit of accents, and she did some Von Dutch kind of. She did little flames, and she did some Von Dutchy kind of stuff. So, and then she did some wispy kind of swirly curlies. You know. Anyhow. So that's cool. That's kind of what I wanted to show you. You know my phase converter for most of the 3-phase, but for the few machines I have VFDs, it's kind of nice to have the mobile units. And like I said, the bandsaw is not mobile. So that's what I'm using the cabinet for now. I got the shelves in there. As you can see, spray paint. Well, let me go over there and give you a quick. I know, we love the long videos. Doozer shop, we get an in-depth. Man, I gotta drink my coffee. I can heat it up in the microwave. All right, so the grinding wheels that used to be in there, I put the grinding wheels in these boxes, and I kind of got them stashed at the bottom shelf of the pigeonhole cabinet. And I know I used to have the grinding wheels in there. Sorry. But anyhow, yeah, so I got the shelves in there. Spray paints and dry lubricants, anything aerosol I kind of got up here. The Hopes number 9 gun cleaning oil smells really nice.
And some lubricants there, car wax. This is not French's mustard. This is that green tapping stuff, anchor lube. Yeah, so, and caulking stuff fits in here too. So, yeah, so that's kind of it. Wanted to show you guys that. Been working on that, and I got my 1-inch pine boards in there. Pretty happy with that. Yeah. So this is just better storage. I'm always refining my storage. So, wanted to show you my cabinet, a little bit about VFDs, and a little bit about the bandsaw blade setup. Have a good evening. This is Doozer Shop.